wanted to get on and talk about an important subject that we all need to know about. And that subject is a surrendered heart. Now, what is a surrendered heart? That means you have surrendered your will to God and you choose to do His will instead of your will. And that's what we need to do in our marriages. We need to surrender our will to God and know that He knows what's best. All right, we need to surrender. Say, God, not my will, but your will be done. You've heard that, or you've seen that in with what Jesus did on the cross. He says, not my will, but thy will be done. And that's what we need to do as a husband. We need to say, not my will, but thy will be done. So let's look at a couple of examples of what a surrendered heart looks like in marriage for husbands. Okay, so a surrendered heart looks like listening when corrected. So when your wife comes to you and shares information that is of a corrective nature, you listen to her. And hopefully she's saying that in a good manner. And if she's not saying it in a good manner, please pray for her and ask God to help her deliver the message to you in a way that is receivable to you. Because I know that can be tough when we're receiving corrective messages in a negative tone. But sometimes, it just sounds negative just because it's something that we don't want to hear. But a husband whose heart is surrendered to God, we choose to listen to corrective messages, not only from our wives, but our children and anybody else that God sends our way. And the second thing that a husband who has a surrendered heart does is he repents quickly. In other words, he repents. And this is what repentance looks like. You are convicted of the sin by whatever source God uses. Maybe it's the word, maybe it's your wife, maybe it's somebody else. And you find out that, hey, I did something wrong, and you become sorrowful for it. And then once you are convicted, then you go ahead and say, God, please forgive me of this sin. And then you find a way to make sure that you don't commit that sin again. Those are the 3 steps of repentance. That is,